Good evening, everybody. I'm Hot Rod Bob Beck, and you've got gas, the great American auto scene. Welcome once again. It's another hot Wednesday night, and I'll tell you what, the studio is full tonight. We're going to be talking to many young ladies that are involved in racing, hot rodding, and all sorts of motorsports. And with us tonight, as always, is the inimitable, well, whatever you are, it's Anna Marco.
Hi.
Hey, yeah.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom. We attach the nitrous bottle to her microphone. Yeah, so every once in a while she takes a squirt.
Is that?
She's off.
I'd rather have nitro than gas.
Oh, there we go. And working the board and trying to keep things straight. It's Bruce Barker tonight.
My cousin used to say, never go straight, always go forward.
Forward. That's it. There you go. All right, we're going to be talking about some great things tonight. We're going to talk about women in racing and hot rodding. But first, we're going to talk about some laws that are impending. And one of the things we've got in California, it's the grab of your dollars by the state.
That's right.
Jerky Brown is at it again.
Is that the name of the bill?
Well, no, but it might as well be. Anna, you know more about
It's
it.
SB 249, and they're trying to take the money from the off-highway vehicle fund and spend it everywhere else and never put the money back.
Yeah, it's a money grab. What they're trying to do is they're going to take the money out of the fund that helps support the off-highway programs, the recreational vehicle parks, the trails, everything that has to do with using your vehicles off-road, whether it's racing, off-road vehicles, or what have you, and they're going to abscond with that fund for other things. Now, we don't know what those other things are, but one of the things we do know is that they will take the money and they will not return it to the fund. So there could be a shortfall, and that will affect how you use your off-road vehicles. Now, off-road vehicles are varied. Drag racing, dune buggies, motorcycles, whatever vehicles you use, ATVs off-road. There are special areas earmarked for you to use your vehicles, and that's what that fund helps support. It helps keep them safe, maintained, and the
Land management.
the land management necessary for them. But right now, that's what they're trying to do. So you need to contact your congressperson and tell them you're against SB 249.
That's right. Do it
And
now. Dang it.
Yes. And we're going to be going over more laws as they pertain to hot rodding and motorsports as the weeks go by. Join SEMA. Become a SANS member. Join SEMA, and you'll get this information sent to you directly by email. You'll know what's up to date, what laws are changing, how different states are trying to pass different laws to either affect or defect
Yeah.
the car hobby.
You know, it occurs to me, too, that off-road, we often think of that as just, big mudder vehicles. They're out there, charging through the desert or whatever, but it's pretty much any vehicle that's not street-driven.
Correct. And there's, for example, here in the mountainous area just north of L.A., there are certain vehicle parks or recreational vehicle parks where you can drive your off-road motorcycles and your off-road vehicles safely. Pismo is another place where off-road vehicles are used.
Sorry I had to do that.
Why, there ought to be a bill against
There ought to be a bill against that.
Yeah.
So anyway, you
I felt the urge to tickle him.
You did, huh?
Yeah, it's that zoom, zoom.
You know,
It's
we
that
have a
zoom.
studio full of estrogen tonight, so I'm very excited.
Joey.
Yeah.
We'll introduce you to the ladies that are here tonight with us and talk about motorsports. They are the ones in studio all drive and build cars.
Oh, sweet.
And we even have a lady that was here at the drags Thursday night at Irwindale, cut a perfect light her first time out. We got guys that have been racing for decades and haven't done that.
That's because girls rock. She has
That's
an
right.
84 Mustang, too.
Oh,
Her name's
how about
Momo.
it?
And, I tell
Nice.
you, and it looked like a road race car. And we were having drift and drags at Irwindale last Thursday night, and I could have sworn it was a drift car. It is just right.
Dang, see, another reason that I kick myself later for not having been there.
Yeah,
Man.
Thursday night, you need to be out there.
Dude.
We've got a lot going on. We're going to talk about some shows. One's coming up this weekend. We're going to have two of the people that are helping bring this to fruition. It's a car show for women. No guys can bring their cars.
Oh, wow.
And you get to dress in the era of your vehicle, and it's hosted by the Gasoline Girls at the Automotive Driving Museum.
Right. And it's a neat place. If you've not been to the Automotive Driving Museum, it's open on the weekends, and they actually will take you for a ride in an antique car. That's why they call it the Driving Museum. The cars get driven.
That's in El Segundo, California,
That's right.
by the way. Nice place.
I don't even know. You know, Anna, I've got some photos sitting here that might be members of the Gasoline Girls Club. Might they be?
Yes.
Let's see if
Who are the girls? I forgot. Let me
You
see.
know what? Well, it's a smattering of
Oh, there
photos.
they are.
Yeah, let's see who we have here.
That's Kristen over in the corner. We had her on Speed Scene years ago.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
that's her Studebaker, I believe. She's sitting in there. She's put that car together. And that's one of the things about the Gasoline Girls. They work on their vehicles.
Excellent.
And that's Rosa. She's the founder of the club.
What's she driving?
A Falcon.
A 65 Falcon.
Yeah, take that flat black paint. All right, who do we got here?
That is Jessie. And she's been a member since 2011. She has a 62 Falcon.
Yep, see that little dashboard shot there?
Yep.
And
there's Patty.
There's Patty Fairchild in a 61 Chrysler New Yorker.
That thing is a big boat. She brings that out to Irwindale for the Moon Eyes Drags and actually races that car. But she's going to be on the phone with us in a little bit. She is the person that put together the Garage Girls in the Garage car show.
There's also two other members, Rochelle and Jennifer.
Yes.
There's Rochelle, and she's got a 65 Barracuda.
They got a bunch of
And
cars.
Jennifer has, what is Jennifer driving?
Let's see. Oh, it's
a
it's a 23 T bucket.
Yeah.
Jennifer's a rodder.
Yeah,
Man.
no, they've got a bunch of cars between them. In the background is Rebecca Nunez's 55 Chevy. And I met Rebecca when she drag raced at Irwindale driving a Chevelle. And then she was at an autocross driving her 55 Chevy.
Is that really a salmon color?
Yes, it is.
I always thought that was kind of a cool color for an old car.
Yeah,
Actually, it's coral.
Oh, coral.
Oh, it's salmon.
It's coral.
Both of them are like fish colors.
Yes.
No comment. You stop that. It's salmon
Paint your
coral.
Barracuda.
Salmon coral.
Salmon coral.
Salmon coral.
There you go.
Yeah. That's kind of like, salmon's also called locks. You make sure you put that on your bagels to keep them safe.
And you put locks on your car to keep it safe.
That's right.
Now, is Don
good
Henderson
job.
going to be calling in from
Don?
the Automobile Driving Museum?
Don Henderson will be one of the people calling in, and they should be calling in just a little bit. And as you know, Gas comes to you every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. So you can call in, give us your tech question. We'll get a tech question answered for you. We've gone to Edelbrock before and a few
I
other
have a
companies.
question.
You do?
How do you start the car?
Yeah. That's becoming problematic. New cars, there's buttons in place of keys. And I was riding with somebody the other day, and it's a new Mazda 3.
Yeah.
And, it's got the key, the push button starter.
ignition, yeah.
And, all seems normal until it was an electric parking brake, too. It's no longer a handle that you pull.
Yeah.
Everything seems normal until you realize that it's like, I forgot that whether I turned the car off or not. You have to check the gauges to see what's going on because, if it's quiet enough, you can't look at where the key position is because there isn't a key anymore.
No, we had a situation, too, when I was with GM. We had a vehicle that was a hybrid pickup truck. And what it would do is it would stop. The engine would shut off at traffic lights.
Oh, yeah.
So you sat there, and as long as the traffic light was going, there was no sound, there was nothing. And it was kind of like a golf cart. Once you hit the throttle pedal, the engine started up again.
I don't know. I think every car is going to be different this way. I rode with somebody who was in a BMW SUV that had that feature.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like it.
No, it's unnerving. You think you stalled.
Yeah, and it's also, again, other cars can be different, but when you release the brake and then you're getting ready to, go, and it starts itself, it all sort of felt jerky and clumsy to me because the engine is not yet running by half a second. So I don't know. Sure, I'm an old school car guy.
Yeah, we are. Well, we talked about that last week with the self-driving cars coming.
Yeah.
Do you really want to let a car drive you? I mean, you're sitting there and you want to turn, you want to change lanes, and you can't do anything.
I know. The joy goes away.
Yeah.
That's why they call a shift stick a joystick.
A shift stick?
Uh-huh. Actually, can I say happy birthday to Richard Petty?
You can.
He's going to be 80.
80
Wow.
years old, the king
Yes.
of NASCAR.
Yeah,
He's
the
wonderful.
king of NASCAR.
They're auctioning off a new Mustang with 800 horsepower at his birthday party tomorrow
And where's that party going to be?
at the Peterson Automotive Museum.
Oh,
Kyle's
imagine
going to
that.
be there. Jeff Gordon, the
Wow.
Allisons are going to be there. It's going to be fun.
The
I'm
who's
going to
who.
be there
You
undercover.
are undercover.
Yeah. I want to
Oh.
just go. They told me I couldn't go, but I'm going.
It's not open to the public.
No.
Oh.
300 people, 300 of his closest friends.
Oh.
Speaking of events, this was something, Bob, you and I were talking before the show a couple of weeks ago that we were going to bring up, and it just kind of slipped because it was a busy show, as they all are, but this little graphic right here.
Yes. Spring, so don't forget to reverse your battery cables. So the air conditioner comes on instead of the heat. Yes, and change to the winter. Take the winter air out of the tires and put the summer air in.
That's right.
You got to get that ready. Yeah, that sounds like one of our April 1st shows we did.
Don't forget to put the fluid in your turn signal.
The blinker fluid.
Yeah.
Got to have blinker fluid. I mean, we can't stress that any further than we just did, because it just wouldn't work. But we are getting ready, and we got a shout out to John and Mac from Max Chassis.
It's actually John, Margie, and Max Cassis with the Night Train Racing. We're giving a shout out.
Okay. We're shouting out to them.
We're shouting
out
to them. They won Nostalgia Front Engine Dragster NE2 back east.
Did they?
Yeah, and hi to Bobby.
Oh, Bobby Schlegel. We got to say hi to Bobby.
Too.
He's going to pick it the show.
Okay, I'm ready to go home now. I'm done.
You ready
Bye.
to go home now? Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break so we can reorganize ourselves here and get ready to talk to Patty Fairchild about the show coming up this weekend at the Automotive Driving Museum. We'll be right back.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Hey, I'm Hot Rod Holly, and I get gas with Hot Rod Bob.
And that was Hot Rod Holly. She is going to be calling in a little bit later on. She's quite involved in the hot rod community out of the San Diego area and all points north. She'll be up for the Girls in the Garage car show as well this weekend. And with us on the line right now, it's Patty Fairchild, the brainchild of this great show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Patty, how about yourself?
I'm doing great.
You getting ready for the show this weekend?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it for those people that may not be aware of what it is?
Okay. It's put on by myself and the Automobile Driving Museum in El Segundo. The car show started as a way for me to introduce car girls to each other, because sometimes we don't realize how many of us are out there, especially in Southern California. For those of you that don't know, I teach auto body repair and painting over at El Camino College in Torrance, and Girls in the Garage was a way for me to try to get more ladies into my car classes. But the car show was such fun that we had to do it again.
Well, that's good. Now, you've done it once before. This is going to be the second time. Is that correct?
That's right. We did it once in 2014 at the college, and I had great feedback, but oh my goodness, it was not easy putting on a car show pretty much by myself. So this time I got the help of the museum, and it's going to be even better.
All right. Now, this is going to be the first time at the museum. How many cars do you expect to be there? Any idea?
We have almost 60 pre-registered, and we don't know how many are going to show up the day of, so this is going to be great.
So they can show up and register the day of. It's not pre-registration only.
Correct.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of cars are we expecting to see there? Because I know I'm going to be there because my wife's driving.
Well, we have invited all-year cars, any condition, as long as they are female-owned or co-owned. and we're hoping that the ladies will be the ones driving the cars in. So if it's somebody's wife, she's got to be driving and parking the car herself, because the whole point is for ladies to be more comfortable in the cars and enjoy the cars and enjoy the drive.
Well, good. Now, we just showed the picture of you. You had a buffer in your hand, but you've got cars, and you've been building cars for a long time. What is the car that you drive the most right now of your own?
My daily driver is a 61 Chrysler New Yorker that was painted by the Girls in the Garage participants for one of the workshops where we actually get hands-on. We decided that we were going to sand, clean, mask, paint, flake, candy, and clear this car all in one day, and we did it.
What?
So that it will be there on the premises during the car show.
Good.
Yeah.
It's going to be this now. Any specific cars or cars of note that we might look forward to seeing there?
We were hoping to have a couple of famous folks, but it didn't pan out. Okay. So we will all be quite
just everyday
regular
people.
Folks enjoying their cars. Yeah.
Good.
The first show, the car that stood out for me the most was this woman brought this, I think it was a 35 Auburn, and she had the outfit to go with it, with the parasol and the hair and the makeup and the shoes and everything. It was just phenomenal. I hope she can come back.
Now, is that something you want the other ladies to do if they can, to dress in the era of their car?
Yes. In fact, that's one of the trophies is best outfit that goes with the car. So not everybody's going to be into it, but it seems like it would be a lot of fun to not only help ladies learn a little bit more about the era of the car or make some connections between the year of the car and what was going on in automobile design, what was going on in fashion design, and, you know, who doesn't love a costume party? So it's going to be a fun show and a photogenic show.
Well, good. Now, what time does the show start on Saturday?
The show actually starts at 10. It goes till 2. But we are asking that if you're bringing a show car, I better show up maybe 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So 8 o'clock is a good time to show up if you're going to enter a car. If you're coming as a spectator, let them all set up first and then come on out.
Yeah.
And that'll be great. Now, what time's the show go to again?
It goes until 2.
Oh, okay. So it's not a real late show, and you get to beat the traffic coming in and avoid the traffic going out. Now, just out of curiosity, and I know we're hoping this doesn't happen, but we've got some inclement weather possibly this weekend. Is there a rain date?
Nope, rain or shine. We're going to have a party. So
right.
If it does rain or sprinkle, I think we're down to a 30% chance.
Good.
So we're going to go ahead with it because we have plenty of things we can do indoors as well. The museum is going to be open so we can tour the museum exhibit. They have a new Women's Touch exhibit set up that celebrates women's contributions to automotive engineering, inventions, design, even racing and just general auto pioneering. So that'll be fun. And we also have vendors selling vintage clothing and, you know, hats, shoes, whatever. So if you don't have your costume all set up, you can have a ladies' day of shopping.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So the show is this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Is there a website that people can go to get their entry form or check the flyer? I know I posted the flyer on Facebook, on my page, on Gas page. Dawn Henderson's done the same thing. Where else could someone go to get information about the show?
Okay, so the website is www.automobiledrivingmuseum.org/Girls in the Garage.
Okay. And we hope to see you out there. I know, weather permitting, I know Peg's going to be driving her car out there, so we'll be there to see you and talk with you and look at all the great cars. And, again, I dress up to match the year of your car, guys or gals.
Yeah. And guys are welcome. It's just that the ladies are bringing the car. So don't feel like you have to leave him at home. You can bring him with.
Ladies first.
That's right.
All right, Patty, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll get some people out there. I know I'm going to enjoy being there. We'll see you then.
Great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Patty.
it.
Take care now.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, on the phone with us as well is a lady who built cars and is very authoritarian in these things. We know her from all the car shows and rod runs that I go to. And Dana, how you doing on there today?
How are you today?
I am doing great. Haven't talked to you in a long time, but you've been involved in cars for a long time, and you get really involved in it.
Very long time, yeah. It's a true passion of mine.
What kind of stuff do you do? I know what kind of things you do, but why don't you tell some of the people that are listening
Well,
what you do?
I consider myself a true classic car concierge. I try to help everybody I know with whatever they need, you might say, whether it's help with restorations of their vehicle or just kind of point them in the right way of a good body shop or paint. Or if someone's in the market to, buy a car, I try to educate them accordingly. But right now, my main focus is keeping the hobby alive with the kids. I really want to instill that out there to everybody to start giving kids a wrench instead of a cell phone and building confidence in kids again.
Well, what kind of value? We just showed you a photo of you sitting with Ed Iskandarian. What kind of cars are you involved with personally? What kind of car do you have?
I really like muscle cars myself. I'm in the factory muscle. I've got a 6-speed Trans Am, black on black, LT1, just raw horsepower, puts it power to the ground, loves to merge at 90, kind of, could get you in trouble, so you got to be careful. So, I'm all about that. I don't necessarily have a need for speed. I just happen to gravitate towards vehicles that like to go fast. So, right now I'm looking for a Galaxy because I love a 390. I'm a Ford girl, actually, but, I don't discriminate.
So you're bilingual when it comes to cars?
Oh, indeed. As long as you're gas-powered, it's all good.
Well, good. How long have you been involved in the car hobby?
For years, I played with die-cast cars as a child. I never played with dolls. My parents loved classic cars, so it's just in the blood and the genes. My brother went to work as a mechanic. My son's been fixing cars since he was 10, and now he's in the Army fixing Apaches. So it's in the blood. I love them. I love everything about them. I love, especially restoring them back to factory original. There's nothing like finding a treasure and then bringing it back to life, for all the world to enjoy.
Can you give me an example of one of your favorite ones you did?
Probably Marcy, which was a 50 Chrysler that was a one-year-only car and just had a lot of attitude. And when you're restoring, you're just dealing with a lot of niche stuff. And with some of those old Mopars, it's really difficult to find parts. And so it has to be a labor of love. You have to love what you do, or you'll drive yourself crazy. But she turned out really happy, and now she and her dad, it's also the owner of, he has Christine as well, and so they live happily, and hopefully Christine will be nice to her now.
All right. Well, we'll see you at many of the car venues here in Southern California, and I know you and I met at besides meeting on Facebook, we finally met at an event at Galpin Autosports a few years ago.
Yes, checking out the Liberace car, I'll never forget.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
We had a great conversation about that and others that were there.
Yeah, and I wanted to invite everybody out this weekend to the Benedict Castle show on Sunday out in Riverside. It's a beautiful venue, and it's a fantastic event. All the proceeds go to the Teen Challenge, so you're really helping people and saving lives. So I, love to see everybody out there. It's fantastic. It's a not-miss car show this year.
And where is that again?
And that's in Riverside. It's the address is 5445 Chicago Avenue in Riverside, and that's 9 to 4 on Sunday.
9 to 4 on Sunday. Great venue.
Yeah.
Dana, I do appreciate
thanks,
you
Bob.
calling in, and we'll be talking to you at a show. Hope you're feeling good, and we'll be seeing you again.
Take great care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we've got another caller online. We're going to talk with her, and then we've got some in-studio guests we're going to talk with. And right now on the phone with us is a lady that has gone 200 miles an hour legally. But I have towed her at 3 miles an hour.
Ah.
Yes. Eileen Stafford on the phone with us. Eileen, how are you doing, young lady?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fine. Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself to the people that are listening, because there may be someone who doesn't know who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Eileen Stafford, and I am driver of the Killer Crower front-engine blown alcohol dragster. Right now, I'm currently competing in the NHRA Hot Rod Heritage Series.
All right, and you compete in what's called the 7.0 Pro category, right?
Correct. So
How fast?
can't go faster than 7 seconds.
But you can. The car you shouldn't at that race, but you can.
Yes, I can. I've actually gone 690 at 202.
698 202. Now you've been driving. When did you start driving dragsters?
I've been doing it for about 13 years now. I actually started in a little stack-injected altered. I did not start in junior dragsters like a lot of people think. So yeah, I've been doing it for about 13 years now.
Now, I met you when you were driving the Strange Brew car.
Yes, that was a fun car. Little AA comp coupe.
Yeah.
It was a handful, but it was fun.
It was fun. Now, here's a picture. We got a picture on screen right now of you with the Killer Crower. And for those of you auto enthusiasts, that is the Crower involved in car building or engine parts. So it's not just someone's name. It is the real deal. Now, we're showing you at, it looks like Bakersfield, and you got the front wheels in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was just a few weeks ago at the famous March meet in Bakersfield at Famoso Raceway.
Oh yeah, and how'd you do at that race?
We were actually doing very well. We qualified well, and we made it through the first 2 rounds. And then, unfortunately, due to rain, it got postponed until Monday. But we all had to leave to go to work.
Oh yeah, so that happens to a few of us now, time to time. Now you
Sometimes that 4-letter word gets in the way.
I know, but a bad day racing is better than a good day working, right?
That's true.
Now, when you started driving dragsters, did you get any special training, or did you just hop in the car and say, "I can drive this"?
I wish. No, I actually went through Frank Hawley's drag racing school when it was at Pomona. I did that when I was 16. I had to wait till I got my California driver's license, and then I went straight to the school. Jack Beckman was actually my teacher. So after I got that first license, then from there I started driving people's cars and kind of moving up that way with the licensing process rather than going through another school.
Okay. And so you've been driving 13 years now. You're 12 years old, and let's see the
You know, that is funny, Eiley, too. This is Bruce. I went to a one-day Frank Hawley school as kind of a demo thing with our previous show, and Jack Beckman was my teacher too. So you go about a million miles faster an hour than I do, but I got that little connection, man.
Yeah. I think Anna's the only one of our group that hasn't been through the Frank Hawley school.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they see how you drive.
Need to go.
I need to go, seriously, so I don't kill myself on the
it's
regular.
Such a blast.
Yeah. Eiley, you are an inspiration to women in motorsports, and we actually have the Maloof sisters here as our guests tonight too, because our show tonight is all about women in motorsports because it's Women's History Month, and so we're paying homage to all the girls in racing and motorsports. And we have Momo here too. She got her very first time out in her Mustang at Irwindale. She cut a perfect light.
Oh, very nice. So exciting.
All right, Eiley, you've been running for 13 years. How many perfect lights do you have?
I have a few, and actually Bakersfield rewards you when you get a perfect light and you get this cool little pin. So I actually have one of those. It's pretty rad.
Oh, yeah, that's the bob pin.
That's the bob pin. That's the bob pin.
Pretty awesome.
All right, well, that's great. Eiley, I do appreciate you calling in. We got plenty of pictures of you going on the screen right now. We'll be talking to you at the races. What's in your future? Any faster, bigger cars?
I hope so. Hopefully I have to do it with nitro, but we'll see.
Oh, a little bit of nitro. I'll get the Crower guys to throw some nitro in.
Yeah. I've been working on it, believe me.
All right. Eiley, thank you very much for calling in. We'll be talking to you later. Thank you for being part of the show.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. We're going to take a quick break again just to get ready because we got the Maloof ladies ready to go and Momo in the background getting ready. We're going to talk to them. Newcomers, kind of, to drag racing and the motorsports field, but not cars. They've been building and working on cars for a long time. So we'll be back in just a few moments.
Each year, More people die from prescription drug overdoses than from car accidents. Abuse of prescription drugs is a national epidemic and can lead to addiction, overdose, and even death. Did you know many teens get their drugs for free from their family and friends' medicine cabinets? They think prescription drugs give them a safe high. Protect your family and loved ones. Secure and monitor prescription drugs and dispose of unused or expired drugs. Start by counting your pills. Then, get them out of your easily accessible medicine cabinet and lock them up. Keep track of your family's refills because needing refills more often than expected could indicate a problem. If your teen has been prescribed a drug, control the medication and monitor the doses and refills. Spread the word to family and friends. Learn more at pharmacy.ca.gov.
Hello, Bob.
We're back. I'm back.
And you thought I was blonde. You're chrome.
I'm chrome. I'm a car guy.
Man, I'm kind of getting chrome too. Let's see if I can get down into it.
And there you go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's happening there. It's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. It's I don't know. Hey, welcome back, Great American Auto Scene. Hot Rod Bob Beck and Octane.
Yes,
I'm
we're
Bruce
all here.
Parker.
You are?
Are you?
Bob's taking notes. I think we're nicely
He's off
done.
camera, but he's totally off camera.
Oh, yeah, we can't. That wide shot. What does that thing say?
It says Crazy Anna.
Crazy Anna. That's true. Hey, we're starting to see some of our guests who are in studio here. There's at least one of them.
We have three of the most awesome drag racers. We have the Maloof sisters with us, and it's Megan, Caitlin, and Hannah. 17 and 19 years old. Caitlin and Megan are twins, and they are with Maloof Racing, and they drag race.
And they work on the cars. They don't just get in the car and steer it. They prepare the cars. They build the cars. You work at your father's shop, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right.
All right, describe a normal day.
Is there a normal day?
Not really. Normal day would probably be, just right when you hit the shop, enter the shop, you're already put to work. It's like you don't even get a breath. You're already put to work.
Now, all three of you drive the same car at the drag strip. What is that car?
No, we don't. No, I drive a Malibu, a '66 Chevelle.
Oh, okay.
And Hannah, she drives a. Go ahead.
Is that you right there?
Yeah, that is.
You go, girl. You show those boys a thing
That's
or two.
right.
Isn't that a beautiful car?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful car for a beautiful girl, and go fast too.
How quick have you run at her window?
That not so. I mean, it's 8.9. It's not. It's okay.
8.9.
Yeah, I'm looking to go faster. I'll be taking the stunt car now.
Okay, and the stunt car is?
Is my dad? It's the shop car, but it runs what low 7?
Yeah, about low 7, so we got it down to.
All right, so the stunt car is a 1967, 68 Camaro.
Yes.
67.
Yes.
67, and it's got a very unique paint job.
Yes, we
bad
did that
money.
because it is our stunt car. So when we take it out for to put on stunt shows, we don't have to worry about the paint getting scratched.
Now, when you're putting on stunt shows, what kind of show is that?
Well, for our outreach, my dad goes out to schools or
churches,
yeah, and we give rides to all the kids, just and my dad speaks just for entertainment and fun.
And that's your dad right there.
Yes,
that's him.
That is my dad, and I'm
did-
racing the car in that one.
He puts
Is that you in the car and your dad out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at you fabulous female. I'm so excited.
Oh, man.
You go, girl.
Oh, it's going to be great to watch this car go down the track.
Right.
Now, you guys are regulars at Irwindale on Thursday nights.
Yes.
I like that dad as a backup girl. That's great.
He's not going to dress like you do, though.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have the Miss Hearst outfit. He doesn't.
No. I don't think he'd look that good in his skirt.
Probably not.
No, he wouldn't look good in his skirt.
Oh no.
Now that's a 68 Camaro? 67.
Yeah.
And who are you racing?
A Mustang, box body Mustang.
Do you sisters ever race each other?
Yeah.
We have a couple times, yeah.
Now, one thing I asked them one night, they were driving the Camaro, and I asked them if they'd seen the new Mustang that was alongside them, and they said not since second gear. So what are your aspirations? You build cars, you build engines, you work around the shop. What do you want to do in the car hobby or industry?
I'm looking, well, not necessarily, I don't know, I really want to start learning more about building engines, like the specs and all, rather than, assembling, and that's also good to know, obviously, but okay. My goal would be to learn how to build it completely with dialing the cam and everything in, and you know what I mean? That'd be good.
Well, you're still in high school.
Yeah.
When you are you going to go to college? You're going to go to a trade school, or what are your plans after high school?
Honestly, if I decide to go to a college, it would more than likely be something that's specific, like it would be a trade school. But right now, I don't think anyone could teach me more than my dad could about what I like to do, because he's such a specialist at it. So, not right now.
Who needs boys when you've got 3 fabulous hot rod daughters? I'm all for that. That's right. Should we introduce them individually? Because we've got twins here.
Yes. You're not seeing double. They're twins.
This one is Megan.
Hello, Megan Maloof.
And that's Caitlin. And that's Hannah. Hi. Hannah's 19. She's the big sister.
All right. Of the 3 of you, what are your plans to pursuing as far as cars later on? What do you want to do with the cars? I know you come out with the Camaro a lot, and you come out with your Chevelle and Maverick, but what are your plans? What do you want to do with cars? I know you got the stunt car.
Yeah, right now I have the stunt car, but I'm going to be moving up. Right now I'm using the stunt car as for seat time until I move up. Like, we're kind of creeping me up to faster cars. I'm in the process of getting a Drag Nova also, so that's gonna be like probably around a 9-8 second in the quarter mile, so that's what I'm kind of working up towards right now.
What would you like to be doing, though? Is there a long-term goal with cars?
Yes, I honestly I'm gonna work my way up into like professional drag racing, and I'm gonna continue working on the cars at the shop and all of that stuff also.
Okay.
That's awesome. Isn't that fabulous?
And you're the only one that's been quiet so far.
They're like the Force girls over here.
Yeah, I mean, you could instead of the Force girls, the Maloof girls. You can be competition for
and
the
they're
Force
stunt
team.
Drivers.
No, come on.
Yeah.
What projects have you done stunts on?
So far, just a TV show called, well, it was like more ND driving. It wasn't necessarily, but Tattooed Love. I think
TV shows.
It's
I said some TV shows.
But yeah, more than TV shows, we just normally do it up and down my dad's street, like pull 90s or whatever, and lock it up.
Oh man, you must have forgiving neighbors.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
They've called the cops on us quite a few times, but now
the cops, we're
all good
pretty
with
much know us.
They know us.
That's kind of scary.
You just drive down a street and it's just a drag strip. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah, you see all the tire marks.
Oh, that is
you
so
know where
bad.
the street is. You can't miss it.
Oh man.
So when they get the call, they go, "We don't need the address. We'll be there."
Yeah, we already know.
When you come back from the grocery store, guess who I beat back from the grocery store? And he's carrying the bags.
Exactly.
So what kind of cars do you guys like the best?
That is such a hard question. I couldn't even. Oh man.
Muscle cars?
Well, definitely. If you talk, I thought you meant like a specific muscle cars above all. Above all.
Detroit Iron.
Even
Detroit Iron. Did you hear that?
Detroit Iron.
Someone's going to call in and marry her.
but she's driving a Dearborn Classic.
That's true.
She's got the Maverick.
No, I
have the
You
Maverick.
have the Maverick.
She has the Maverick. I have the Camaro.
You guys look alike. I can't
That's
tell
all
which
right.
one.
Yeah, it must be that twin thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Has there ever been a case where it's the old twin question, where one of you stands in for the other one? It's like you're pretending to be the other one.
School. Back in the school
We tried, because all the movies, you watch, we tried.
But our friends, worked a few times, but yeah.
They would just give us away.
They rat us out. It's like, oh, come on, man.
So they can tell. So your friends can tell the difference.
Yeah,
yeah.
You can tell the difference.
Oh, okay. Can mom tell the difference?
Sometimes I question
we'd
that.
like to hope so.
My dad, more I question because he'll
He
call
just
me
calls the
whatever.
girls.
Yeah.
He just calls all, girls, come here.
Girls, yeah, that's a safe thing.
Yeah.
to say.
That's safe. Yeah.
But there's 3 of you, so you all 3
We
go,
all come.
okay, Dad.
Yeah, and then he has all the help he needs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So where is your shop located?
It's in San Gabriel. It's 843 Commercial Avenue, and it's right before the train tracks. It's on Dead End Street.
What does your shop specialize in?
High performance race car engines, just all high performance.
As it should be.
Yeah,
Yes.
would you expect anything less?
You know?
Indeed.
So what engines have you personally built, or have you built engines?
Personally?
Oh my, well, I mean, all our lives we've been building it. So like to try to like, you mean like personally start to finish, or
Yeah.
personally?
Have you done one start to finish?
No, not.
I'm
start to
building
finish.
one
We
now,
are,
start to
though.
finish. I'm
Would-
putting a 347 stroker in my Maverick.
Oh, okay, nice small motor. That's
Yeah.
going to make that thing fly.
Oh yeah,
man.
oh yeah. That's what I'm doing right now, start to finish. But
I'm putting a 347 stroker in a Maverick. That's either fighting words or a mating call. I'm not quite sure. That's awesome.
Hey, Mavericks are cool. You
Yeah, buddy.
oh my, I cannot wait.
That a girl?
And then,
that's so
then,
good.
then you'll face off against the Chevelle and really shut
See,
it
who
down.
needs
exactly.
sons when you have fabulous daughters
That's
like
right.
this?
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a 302 in it, but we took it out to give it to a customer, which I had to rebuild it for him. It was painful.
Oh.
And then he ended up,
not even taking because he had bought a
he sold his
Volkswagen.
car.
Oh,
Like that's a big
Volkswagen.
downgrade.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need that 302 in my 66 Mustang. Yeah.
I know.
Can I hang out with you guys?
Put some horsepower in the Mustang.
I know. Well, that tired old 67 down in the parking lot has got a 351 Cleveland, but
Wow.
it's a bit. The motor's a bit tired too. So that
Yeah.
302. That How did you know?
Because I've all the other cars you've been working on.
Yeah, come down, you guys. If you want it, it's yours.
All right, so we've got to go down to the Maloofs. What's the name of the shop?
Maloof Racing.
There it
Maloof
is.
Racing.
Maloof Racing engines.
And you can see the girls racing at Irwindale every Thursday night, just about. Mm-hmm. And they're in the Camaro or the Chevelle.
Yes.
And hopefully we're trying to get another car out there. So
You get
Yeah,
another
the
car.
truck. I think Hannah is going to be. We have a blown truck. It's 1,100 horsepower.
Oh.
Yeah.
That a girl.
There you
Yay.
So we're putting a roll cage in it and getting it set up for Hannah.
And
then I'll take the stunt car, and then Caitlin will
we'll
take.
take my C28.
Oh right.
all 6 of my cars combined don't have 1,100 horsepower. Man,
And that's on pump gas.
on pump gas, too.
Yeah.
And your dad built that motor, I assume.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh,
all
of
of
course.
them. Yes.
All right. Hey, Bruce, can we cue up another
Let's do it.
PSA? And we'll take a little bit of a break. Come back with Momo and talk to her about her experience at Irwindale just last Thursday night.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Hey, I'm Hot Rod Holly, and I get gas with Hot Rod Bob.
All right, welcome back to Gas, the Great American Auto Scene. We got Momo sitting here alongside me, and she came out to Irwindale. Now, I don't know if that was your first time out, but it was the first time I can remember you driving. And you're driving a Mustang with a 5-speed, and you cut a perfect light, a perfect reaction time.
That is all true. I had driven my daily driver once before, but this was my first time in anything with any serious horsepower. And actually, Hannah, I believe, got a perfect light, and everybody was talking about it. You know, it's kind of it's something that she's definitely done. And I said, okay, I gotta do something here, because I'm sure there's a lot more we can get out of that car, but it was really exciting.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about the car? Again, I thought it was a drift car when you drove up.
Well, it was built initially for road racing, but we're setting it up to be able to do road racing, drag racing, and stunt work.
So. What kind of driving have you done with the car?
With the car, basically at the drag race.
That was it, huh?
That was kind of it.
And with the rest of it, have you been doing stunt driving as well?
Yeah, I have. I've been in stunts for a few years, and I've been full-time in stunts for about 6 months. And then I told a friend of the Maloofs, I said I want to get into driving. He brought me over to the garage, and I'm kind of been learning and doing the things. I'm building it. We're putting an extra set of brakes, calipers on the brakes for the Mustang to make it be able to slide and all that jazz. And yeah.
All right, so you're going to go road racing. Have you been road racing before? Have you had any experience doing this?
One time. I took my boyfriend's Fiesta ST out, and we did a little... Yeah, no, this thing goes... He got one of the turbo upgrades, yada, yada. It's super fun, and I was, and everybody else kind of wanted to drive it too, so we were going through some cones. And that's really it. So the answer is yes, but no.
Yes, but no. So you did a little autocrossing type driving with it, and then you came out to the drags. Now in
my Mustang.
In your Mustang,
yeah.
And, so you go from turning left and right to just going straight down track, and you did quite well. How quick were you running last Thursday night?
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't ask, but since you did, I think the fastest one that I did was 9.139.
Oh, you think 9.139? You got it down to the thousandth of a second. You remembered that run.
I do, and I feel like there's a lot more speed to make up. However, we'll get there.
You get there.
We'll get there.
You're a learning process, and you can hang on to it.
Totally.
So, are you coming out this Thursday night?
I believe we are. Yeah, they're shaking heads. They're
shaking heads.
So
they're going to it.
Yeah.
All right. So the Maloof Racing Team will be out in force, challenging all others to get another perfect light.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We'll do it.
Perfect Light Thursday.
Yeah. Perfect Light Thursday. Now, are all four of you going to be driving?
I'm hoping to drive. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully? All right. So we'll make sure we have the Perfect Light stickers ready for you. Because someone, if not all four of you, are going to get a perfect light.
And the pins. I heard there were pins.
Yes, there
and
were.
Hats?
There were. And, no hats. No hats, but I got a pin.
Ice cream?
This is all.
I'll tell you what, you guys cut a perfect light, I'll find the ice cream.
Really?
That's right.
Start looking.
We'll find the ice cream someplace out there. And just calling it on the line, we talked about her earlier. She's bigger than life. It's Hot Rod Holly from San Diego. How you doing, Holly?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
We're doing great. Tell us a little bit about your involvement in cars.
Oh, gosh. I've just always had a love of cars. Unfortunately, I didn't have a family. My dad, my brothers, nobody was really into cars. It was just my personal love. And my very first car I bought was a 64 T-Bird that I didn't know how to drive. And I had my brothers drag it home, and boy, I heard it from my dad left and right about what a piece of junk I bought. But anyways, it all started there. That was my way of rebelling.
It was, and you've rebelled quite well. You've got a beautiful pickup truck that's been award winner at many shows, and you drive that thing all over the place, don't you?
I do. It's a 1956 Chevy pickup, and of course I put birds and flowers all over it and made it very girly and Hawaiian theme. And I do. I mean, it's got a lot of wear on it now, lots of little scratches and stuff. A learning experience because I've never built anything to that extreme, like put that much into anything. And I do. I drive it all over the place, and I drive it by myself. I have no problem getting in it and driving to Vegas and Bakersfield and all the time up to L.A.
Yeah, we've seen you at many shows. Now, you're one of the many that are going to be coming up for the Girls in the Garage car show this weekend.
I'm so excited about it. I was looking at it, and I was looking at my schedule and stuff. Rain or shine, I'm there. I was not very excited to hear that the lady said be there by 8. You know me. Anybody who knows anybody knows me, I'm just getting my foot in the door, just right in time. But I'm excited about that, and I'm also excited to hear they said dress in the era of your car.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through my closet and pull out some 50s gear, and Anna's gonna be there, of course.
Yeah.
Right, Anna?
Yeah,
Are you listening?
I won't be there.
Anna's got to work.
No, I'm going to Elmer Snyder's memorial.
Oh, yeah. She's got a
Wonderful Elmer.
Unsprung Snyder, one of the drag racing legends, passed away just a few weeks ago, so she's going to be out at that. Covering it for Gas. We'll have pictures for that for next show.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got other cars besides just your pickup truck.
Well, I have a 2013 Dodge Challenger, and since it's a new vehicle, I know nothing about it. It's a Hemi motor. I also I've always had old cars, and right now I have a 1971 El Camino that is a true 454 Super Sport car with non-matching numbers, but it's an awesome car, and it's a total beater. But you know what? I have it up for sale. I'm desperately looking for a convertible.
Oh.
I don't need another. I mean, I had before that I had a 72 El Camino for many years, and so I really am kind of looking for something different. So Muscles is the name of my El Camino, and he's for sale. So any buyers out there, hit me up.
Well, tell us what you're asking on the car, and tell us a little bit about it.
Oh God. Oh gosh, I'm going to run a blank too.
V8,
my love is definitely greater than my knowledge. And I rebuilt the motor with my mechanic, Colin Rogers, and little Butch Calkins. I know Anna's done a little blurb on him as well. We rebuilt it down here, and you put me on the spot, Bob.
I know.
You put me on the spot.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you post some photos of it on the Gas Facebook page, and we'll get it. We'll get the information.
I will. I was trying to. Oh well, we'll talk about that later. I was trying to share this page out.
Yeah.
But I'm going to just go ahead and share your video once it posts.
Okay.
So.
Now you get involved in the car hobby quite a bit. What are some of the things you do? Because you're not just driving your car, you're also promoting other events.
I do, and down here, Dave Stahl, who's the car guy in San Diego, who does the KUSI, he does the car segments on the news there. I help him book events for his book shows for his little segment. And I help promote a lot of shows down here. We like to share the events and get the word out there. A lot of them are most of them are for charity. So, you're always just giving a helping hand. And I love to make it to as many as I can down here in San Diego and up in LA. Obviously, Vegas and Bakersfield as well. So basically, I promote, and I promote for Olympic Powder Coatings down here in San Diego. We are going to be at the Good Guys next weekend.
In Del Mar?
The 31st. Yes, March 30th. Are you going to be there?
I don't know yet. I haven't planned that far out in advance.
It's 2 weeks away.
I know. That's 2 weeks away.
It's a week and a half, Bob.
I know. But I still have a week and a half.
Yeah, well, come visit me. Come say hi. I'm right outside the O'Brien Hall, one row off the Midway in the Olympic Coatings booth. We're there every year, and we're going to have some wonderful guests. The Killer Crower should be there. I don't know if Eileen's going to make it or not this year. But we'll have her there. We'll have some other people. I don't know who all we're going to have there yet. I was just discussing that. I have a lineup. I'll be posting it soon.
All right, sounds great. Hot Rod Holly going to be at the Good Guys down in Del Mar the end of this month. She'll be at Girls in the Garage this weekend at the Drivers Museum in El Segundo, and you can find her on Facebook. Check out all of her exploits with cars and hot rods and more. Thanks, Holly, for calling in. I'm glad you could do it, and we'll see you this weekend.
Oh, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, Momo, what do you got planned in cars? You're going to go road racing with the Mustang.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm in the stunt world, so I'm gonna just hone in and get better at stunt driving.
Tell us about that. What kind of stunt driving have you been doing, or are you learning?
Well, their father, Sammy, is pretty much my coach in all of this, mentor, and you start out throwing 90s and 180s and sliding up to your mark and making sure that you do it 100 times so that you don't kill a cameraman or
no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. You know, so you just make sure that it's all about hitting your mark and hitting it consistently. So whatever it is that you're asked to do, you just got to be prepared. Car control, braking, steering, obviously very important. And racing is kind of part of that because it teaches you how to control the car.
All right. Do you know what kind of a class that your Mustang is going to be able to compete in?
No. I don't. We didn't build the engine, so we still do not know the limits of this car. We'll see.
Okay, well, it's great. You know, we've been having fun here. Anything you'd like to tell anybody out there, ladies? Start with Hannah.
Girls rock.
Girls rock. Yeah, definitely with that. Yeah,
Girls
without
rock.
Hey, we wouldn't be anywhere without them.
That's right.
That is very true. Hannah, anything you want to say before we close the evening out?
Thank you for having us on the show. I had a really great time.
Well, good. Next. Wake up.
I'd like to come back.
I'd like to come back.
I'd like to come back.
Well, Anna, we'll have to talk to you about that later. The girls, they're fine. They're all right.
I'm taking your job.
I'd love to have you guys back. That'd be awesome.
Talk about the exploits.
Thanks for repping women in racing.
Yes, definitely doing that. And you have to let us know how the Mustang does.
Thank you.
And what stunt shows you get to, or shows you get to drive in.
Very nice.
All right.
I'd be happy.
That'd be great. We'll do that.
Keep you informed. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Bruce.
Bob.
I think we're closing the night out.
I know. We're out of time.
We are.
Look at that. An hour goes by just...
Something like that. I can't do that. I've never learned how. I can't do that.
I can't do that whistle thing that people do. I can't do that.
I always wished I could.
Yeah.
My grandma does it really bad. I pretend.
Oh, my fingers are too fat. Or my mouth is too small.
One of the two.
One of the two. That's probably what it is. All right, we'll be back in 2 weeks, the second Wednesday of April. We'll have our special April Fool's show that night. So listen, watch. We'll talk about some of the great things we maybe talked about in the past. I've got a special lineup of special tools that you will need come this April.
Oh, boy. All right. Hey, for now, we're going to see this show in its encore, guys, and that'll be coming up next. Thanks so much for joining us for the Great American Auto Scene. Hey, good night, Anna.
Wherever you are. Oh, there you are.
She's hiding. And good night, Bob.
Good night, Bruce.
Thanks for watching, folks.